Hi guys, how are you doing? There are 13 of you on. Hi Mary. Guys, this is Nicole Peterson, the owner and designer at Picket Studios. Tell me hello. If you would like for me to be able, hi Andrea, for me to be able to see your name and you're watching on Facebook, you have to give StreamYard permission to show your name. So see someone on here says Facebook user, and I can't see their name. But if you give Facebook permission, then I'll be able to see your name. But it's up to you. I can still read your comments even if you don't want to give them permission. Hi, and I don't blame you. I try not to give things permission very often. Hi guys from Arctic, Nebraska. Girl, we have Arctic, Louisiana. I was just looking at my weather. I was looking at my weather app. This is insane. For us, this is insanity. I mean, let me show you real quick. So here's where I live. 26 degrees in South Louisiana. Isn't that insane? And what's crazy is oh my gosh, the next day is 22. Oh no. People, we don't, that's a lot for us. If it was me, I have no idea how to do that. It's no big deal, Sean. No problem. So yeah, I always talk about the weather, don't I? Welcome, guys. There's 25 of you on. Let me take a little sip of water. Hello to everyone. So yes, this is so cold here. But let's go ahead and get started. So my name is Nicole Peterson, -1, and I'm the owner designer at Picket Studios. We are here in South Louisiana. We live in a city called Houma. Oh my gosh, I thought it was cold here. My husband and I, Matthew Peterson, both own and run our little stamp company. And actually, if you've seen all over social media, we just started 4 new creative teams that Jen and Brenda put together for us. So big, huge thank you guys. Welcome to all of our brand new designers that just started. Literally, I got their cards the other day. So they just started this month in January. So it was super fun to see all of our new design team or creative team, whatever you want to call them, blog team. We have like 4 now. I'll never remember all those names of what the different ones are. Anyway, so I do have some cards to show you, and this is going to be a two nights because I have so much to show you, and I really want to get down and show you some of our new. Sorry, that was Netflix telling me there's something new to watch. I really want to show you a lot of the new mixed medium that we came out with this month because some really awesome things. Matt, my husband, we finally got this beautiful, perfect color of red velvet cake. And actually, well, no, she didn't. But I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you all the stamps and dies tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go over and do the stencils, mixed media, and the new foiling products. So we're going to chop it in half because if not, this would be like almost a 2.5-hour live. And I don't want to do that to anybody. But before I get started, we do have bundles, guys. When you look on the latest release page, Luanda and I, she works for us, spent a lot of time putting together bundles for you guys. And most of the bundles are 10% off. And you automatically get 10% off. It's worked into the, hi Brenda, it's worked into the price. But a couple of them, when they get really pricey, like if you buy the whole entire release, we give you 20% off. Then this month, we also did another bundle where it's the whole release, but without the coordinating dies. Because some people like everything, but they don't want the coordinating dies. So there's 2 choices this month, and they're both 20% off. So go ahead and have a look at that before you buy things. A lot of times I'm looking through orders. I'm like, oh man, she didn't buy the bundle. She didn't get 10% off. One time this lady bought the whole, she put every single thing in her cart instead of just hitting one. I'm like, no, we have to give her 20% off. That is just insane. So please check into the bundles. We want to make sure you guys are taking advantage of that because 99% of the bundles give you 10% off, and then 2 or 3 of them give you 20% off. So, and the prices are already, when they show up in your cart, that's the price. All right, so let me go ahead and show you the goodies this month. We released Valentine's last month. So we did Easter and Valentine's Day in December. And that's because in the world of stamping, with Easter being so close, the only way we had a chance to getting you guys some Easter stuff this year was releasing it in December. And you know, Valentine's Day is always so super early in February. However, some of the items that you're going to see tonight would work towards Valentine's Day also, or actually spring, but they're not Valentine based, if you get what I'm saying. You can use them for wherever you like the little cookie die, obviously, but can you imagine using that for Christmas or for Easter cookies? I was even thinking you could do some find an Easter egg die and use for little Easter eggs. So much fun stuff. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. These are all Brenda's cards. Brenda faithfully sends me her cards every month. She's such a sweetheart. So let's go ahead and go through the stamps. So I don't like y'all to see it, peek ahead. Okay, so here we have a new Animal Crackers, a Little Notes. And guys, this is a perfect 4x4 size. I mean, this just fits perfectly on your card. Color them up, and you know, it's just so easy. And a lot of people ask me, Nicole, why do you fill in some of the black? Well, I do that because a lot of people like it filled in. A lot of people are intimidated by the color black. So I just think it's easier that if that dog's eye needs to be black, I just fill it in. Why not? And also the same thing with the giraffe. So that's why I do it, to make things easier for you guys. So this one has, hi, happy birthday, just a little note for you. That is like my favorite phrase. How are you? You are the best. We are thinking of you. I am so glad we are related. I will be using that one. Just a note to tell you how special you are to us. So I made sure I put not just me, but I included the word us. So it could be from you and your spouse, or you and your kids, or you and whoever. And then it does come with a coordinating die, and all of the sentiments are included in the coordinating die. And I like to, that's kind of our new thing that, gosh, it's hard nowadays not to have that coordinating die for your sentiments. I know. So this is called Animal Crackers, a Little Love Notes. So please. We're in Louisiana, United States. So we're in the southeastern part of the United States in a state called Louisiana. And our city is called Houma. All right. Now, last month, you guys, was it last month? No, it was November. We started releasing Wreath Builder sets, okay? That is because there's so many products on the market now that you can use. We do not have a wreath building product. However, we are going to make stamps that you can use with the product you already have, right? So that way, if you have the stamp wheel or you have Gina K's stamping template, these are more products that you can use with tools that you already have. And I love that, being able to pull the stamp wheel out and know that I can use it not just for, you know, things that one company comes out with, but there are other companies that also are releasing products that work well with it. So last month we released potted plants, and you guys, no, sorry, not last month, in November. It was called potted plants. And you guys, the dies, I went ahead and ordered the dies for it because I had so many people emailing me and saying, Nicole, these flowers are so cute. Please, 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 can you please make the dies for these sweet little pots? And sure enough, so they're going to be here Thursday. So no, they're here right now. So you can actually buy the potted plant dies on the website. So this is called Wreath Building Centers and Foliage. So the first time I made a wreath building card wasn't that long ago. I really noticed that I really wanted something to anchor in the center. I don't know what it was. It just was like, oh, I need something. So that's why I went ahead and made some circle stamps for us. They actually, I'm not going to tell you what size they are, but I did make them where there's probably a circle die you have in your stash already that would cut them out. You just need to measure the diameter, and I don't remember what it is. And then you get all these other little stamps that you can use on a wreath builder to make a gorgeous wreath. This is a very good staple stamp. So this is called Wreath Building Centers and Foliage. Okay. Then we have another one, which people have been going gaga over. I was a little surprised about this one because the packaging looks so dark. It just looks really, really dark compared to another stamp set. Do you see that? I don't know what it is, but I'm going to take it out the package so we can see it. It obviously is not that dark because a lot of the design team used it. Our dye manufacturer does that sometimes. She wants things to be nice and clear. So you see, they're really not as dark as what that packaging makes it look like. You can easily color in with some lighter colors. And if you didn't want them to be really black, you could stamp them in like a soft gray. One of my absolute favorite grays is Catherine Pooler's Blackjack. It really is the color of like, how would you say that? Like dirty swamp water. It's not dark, dark, dark brown. It's more of like a dark gray, but no green inside there. So you can see the cupcakes themselves are not, let me flip it over this way. They're not all black. It's just the acetate on the front of it really makes it look like they're super dark, but they're not. But they're really cute. And I like stamps like this because I've done all the shading for you. You literally have to come in here and there's no shading. I mean, you know, she colored purple in, went back and added some purple stripes, colored her little flowers, and boom, she's done. Very, very simple. This is a really cute card, Brenda. And then she also used one of our new foiling. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is called Wreath Building Cupcakes for You. And we are going to have a section on our website that says Wreath Building. And I'll put all of those Wreath Builder sets in there as soon as I can get him to do that for me. Then last Wreath Building set for this month, I'm super excited about this one. The cards came out beautiful that all the design team did. So this is about St. Patrick's Day. And we've never had a St. Patrick's Day. Hi, guys. We've never had a St. Patrick's Day stamp. So I had a whole lot of fun working on this one. I thought, you know, I can get all those little fun things in there. Like, you know, you don't often get to put a pipe in the stamp set, right? Or beer or a keg. So I had a lot of fun working with this one. And again, this is also a wreath builder, but you don't have to use them for wreath building. Obviously, they're smaller images, but you can incorporate them. And two of the girls didn't do this one with wreath building. They did this like line of the small, like a kind of a wiggly line, and then tore paper on the other side of it. It was so super cute. So this is called Wreath Building St. Patrick's Day. You have the little 3-leaf clover, and you have 4-leaf clovers, and I put 1 4-leaf clover going in one direction and the tail going in the other. And the cute little hat. These are fun. Yep. Very excited about that. And I know, wait, did I show you? Oh, here's her cupcake card that she made with one of the wreath builders. Then we have, so we kind of, it's not a birthday theme. It's more of like a cake theme. You know, my favorite food in the world is cake. Honestly, it really is. We also have this huge, brand new birthday dance confetti. And it is just, it's fun. And this is a 6x6. So it'll fill up your card nicely. No measuring. It is a very nice, thick stamp, very thick. And it takes the ink very well. Now, I will say, when you have a large stamp like this, you should clean it first. And I'm gonna be honest, that's to protect your ink pads, because when you have a large stamp like this, you have a better chance of the photopolymer having little like rumbles or little crumbles, if you will, of photopolymer, because they actually rinse stamps off. And that, oh, baking, yes. So when they make photopolymer stamps, it's like a sheet, right? And then they go and they impress on it, and then they cut it into the pieces of the stamps. Then they come and they spray off all the excess photopolymer, right? And then they actually grab that photopolymer and reuse it. So that's why sometimes you will find you'll have like a little piece of photopolymer stuck in something and you just have to remove it. But what I don't like is I worried that all the chemical wasn't cleaned off. So a lot of times before these are really just with the big stamps. A big stamp like this, I'll use our stamp scrubber and really scrub it in really well. And that way I make sure I'm getting all those surface. So I'm not putting anything yucky or funky into my stamp set. And these are just little swirls, guys. This is confetti. I mean, really, who could not use confetti for everything, right? So that's a 6x6. Then we have this gorgeous stamp set, which I'm going to admit it. I love cake, and I will always find a reason to get anything that has to do with cake. So this is called sugar and calorie free. How do you like that? These are sugar and calorie free. These stamps have no sugar and no calories. They're not going to raise your blood pressure or your A1C number or your sugar levels or anything. They're free of calories. So guys, they're very clean, simple, easy to color, okay? This one has like strawberries. This one already has the drip, flowers. Here's a little more flowers. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite one. Do you see this one? I wouldn't be surprised, hint, hint, if we come out with this one in a 4x4. Just one, maybe like, end of the year. I love this one. I don't know, it's a rainbow and clouds and everything, but and also this strawberry right here, that is, you can either make them look like they're dipped in chocolate or not. And I thought I had a card of this one. Oh, I do, look. Here's one that Brenda did. Do you see that? That's why I said, I love this one. Love, love, love this cake. And yes, I do want a big cake like that. And she also used our brand new sprinkles. And guys, I want to show you. Doesn't that look like pattern paper? Her sprinkles. This is the stencil's not cheap, okay? I'm not going to lie, but you get 5 of them. And they're perfect. I mean, I wish I could show you how perfect the stenciling is on that. So this is called sugar and calorie free. And it does come with dies. I don't have a full set with me, like a new set. So I went and pulled mine. So I keep mine on I keep them in our long slimline pouches, this size right here. So this is a 4x8. So it fits perfectly in this slimline pouch. And then here are the dies. So you can see there's a die for every sentiment as well as every cake. And you can see, I mean, this is a large, look how large that is, right? So pretty, so pretty. I love them. Actually, I know I always say this, but this might be one of my favorites ever. Cake, I love it. So the sentiments say, a slice of cake can make the difference between a good day or a bad day. Cookies can do that too. Happy day, calorie-free and sugar-free cake has arrived to bring a smile to your face. Eat it all, sweet happiness, and I do have a post-it right there, sorry. And then for you, my sweet. So when you purchase this die set, and it is in a bundle, so make sure you go look for the bundle, guys. You will get the dies as well as the stamps if you purchase them as a set. So again, let me move this away. Sugar and calorie free. Woohoo! All about cake, baby. I'm pretty picky on the style of coloring. Okay. Well, this pretty much could be just for anybody. All right, so we have that. Now, that's all of the stamps, but I know it's weird that I don't have more stamps, but that's because we have some large dies this month, and I do want to go ahead and show those to you. I do have one more stamp set that's going to lead us into one of our die sets. So this is called Lick the Bowl. Y'all know I'm known for my sarcastic personality. So here's called Lick the Bowl. And it says, life is short, lick the bowl. Cookies are always the answer. For you on your birthday, life has more balance with a cookie in each hand. My mama told me that when I was a little girl, if she gave me one cookie, I would not eat it. She had to give me 2 cookies, one for each hand. Enjoy your sweet treats, your special treat. Cookies make life better. Here is a yummy treat for someone so sweet. Notice they're not all about cookies. Life is short, make it sweet. Baker's gonna bake, bake, bake. So it's not all about cookies. It's about baking and cookies, and it could be about cake or maybe even a bakery. You never know. So let me show you before I move on. This is a card that Brenda made, and she used that sprinkles. Again, you see that right there, but she used our brand new, and guys, I'm very proud of this stamp set because I did all of it by myself, which is a task. But this is called Scene Building Cookie Making Die Sets. I see every holiday I'm going to be making cookies. Christmas, I know my dad loves chocolate chip cookies. We did come out with it early in the year, so you would have it all year round. But you know what's awesome about this is you can go pull out all of your Christmas dies and stuff and die cut a whole bunch of them and just have them waiting. What about Easter cookies? Let me show you the back. All right, so you see you get this tray, and this tray is large, okay? It is, well, the tray fits perfectly on an A2 card front, okay? A2, because when I make something big like this, it's going to fit on an A2 card front. Got it? So right here, when you die cut it, you'll see you have the backing of the little bag, but then you have one here that cuts all the little pieces that overlap the bag. So you get the backing and you get the pieces, okay? And the same thing over here. Here is going to be a square that you're going to die cut. And then you're going to put this little piece on top of the square you die cut, and it's going to push it in there and die cut it, like make these little parts. Here, if you wanted to, you could do the same thing, or you could just cut this one separate in a different color and put it on top. Then we have these cookies that, I mean, you know, you could just build something really just with those cookies. So you have one large cookie. This is meant to be like an outline that follows the line of the cookie. And then this one is the center. And then these are meant to be like chocolate chips or sprinkles or something. Hi. Hello. Then right here, so this is like a big cookie. Like you can almost do, I was thinking like a piece of cookie cake. So you can have a whole bunch of cookie cakes, and then this one lays on top, and then you have the little hearts. And the same thing with this one. This one, you can die cut a circle and then take this and inlay it into it, or you can just take it and die cut it. So you see there's a whole bunch of little things that you can do, and you can mix and match them and make as many sugar cookies as you can imagine, right? Yes. And I'm going to flip it over and show you. So this is just what this, now guys, this includes, didn't I put it on here? Oh, let me count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's a lot. There's a lot of dies in here. I thought I had counted and put it on here. All right, so I'm gonna flip it over. So this is what it looks like, okay? So you have your tray, and the tray has a little indentation to make it look more like a tray. And then it shows you what your frosting would look like. And then it shows you just some of the examples that you can do with the cakes. Yes. Isn't that fun? So now do you see where lick the bowl comes into play, right? Because it doesn't have any words in here, but you can definitely use this with your lick the bowl. Now, I'm going to show you her card again so you get an idea. Now here, she wanted to make a top folding card. So she cut her tray in half, but as that whole tray fits across perfectly on an A2 card front, okay? Fits perfectly on top. She just, I guess, wanted to, some people like standing cards. They don't make, well, I don't know, that one she made, I don't know. She just wanted to, I guess, show us a different way to use her tray. Isn't that fun? So much fun. They're so pretty, I could lick them or lick the bowl. All right, now, another die that we have is Hooray. And guys, this is a huge die. It is big. And of course, yes, it takes up the whole front of an A2 card. And if you notice, here she used her pouncers to go with an ombre effect. There's that birthday confetti stamp, if you can see it in the background. Yes, yes, the confetti one definitely. And there's another one of those beautiful cakes. So this is that Hooray die. And also, this is big enough where if you have a die that like says cheers, you could easily die cut another die, a word die, and lay it across the top of it. And just, this is very versatile too, that you can lay so many things on top of this word because it's so big. All right, guys. I'm super excited that you like the dies. I'm gonna be honest, I work so hard on these things. This is what takes, how everyone has that one thing that, you're good at and you can get it done quickly. I'm kind of like that with stamps, but when it comes to these kind of dies, Jen will tell you, I sit here and fuss over them, and it might take me 3 months. Now, here is another one, but let me show you the back first. So here, this is called Scene Building Let's Eat Something Sweet Bakery Set. So not only, I know I do, don't I, Jen? I've been known to call Jen and say, Jen, I don't know what to do with this thing, and whine a little bit. So right here, look, guys, so this is a bakery. So right here is the front of a bakery. And then you have a bakery, and then you have a table and chairs and all the fun little things that go with the bakery. So let's turn it over. There are 50 dies in this set, okay? Now, what I did to make life a little easier, because I don't know about you guys, I like when I have one die like this that I can just use over and over. And when I make this, I'm going to die cut this out of white cardstock. Okay, first I'm going to put like double-sided tape on the back of it. That way, when I'm ready to put it down, I just have tape on the back of them already, and I can just peel the back of it off and put it down. Okay, so here you can see, here's our bakery, nice thick bakery. And what I was thinking is we have a 6x8 stencil that's a wood stencil, like tree, and I'm going to overlay that on top of this and stencil that wood on top of it and see how that looks first. But just think, this little piece right here are vents that fit in here. So you have 3 little vents. You can actually use these if you wanted to color and add like pink. You could color the vents pink and add it in there just for a little pop of pink. And then you have another tray, which fits in here. You have a pie. Now, the pie comes with the crust and the bottom. The top of the pie and the bottom of the pie, they cut out together, but they don't touch. So when you cut this one out, it's going to cut into 2 pieces. So that way you can overlap the top of the pie on top. Here, old-fashioned scale. I have like, I don't know, 5 of these in my house. I collect them in my kitchen. Here you have a pear and an apple. Then you have the word cupcakes and sweets, because in other parts of the world, they don't call things cookies or cakes. They just call them all sweets. Here you have a cookie jar. Then you have, these could be cookies or they could be donuts because I put holes in them. So whichever you like. You have the word coffee. So if you didn't want to make it a bakery, you could do something else with it. Tea, and then the word cakes. And right here, the bakery, if you wanted to name your bakery, the bakery. All right, and then you have a flower pot, and you have a table, which the table actually is sized where you can die cut this, put it on your card, and then you can take this table and chairs, and it fits right in front. It's scaled to fit in front of the entire bakery if you like. Or if you like, you could just make a card with just the table and chairs. I like the way that I'm going to now have tables and chairs in my stash. So when I want to work on something, I can, because we have lots of other things that have other die sets that are scenes like this. And I know one time I was working on one, I'm like, oh, I need a table and chairs, or I needed chairs to go with it. So the next chance I had, I stuck it in there. All right, now this one right here, look at this. Okay, do you see this? This right here is, what do you call those things? Shiplap. This is a piece of shiplap, okay? But I did make it where it does ingrain with wood. So what you can do with this is you can take this and you can line up the back of this die. So you would cut out the whole large parts, and then you would turn this part over and take this, and you could put shiplap if you wanted in the back of everything. Or if you just wanted to put shiplap in this one, or just down here and this one, whatever you want. But this is shiplap. That's what that's meant to be. Where you could use it for like wood to show your, to add decoration behind the windows. Okay, now in here, Let's see if I can show you this. Do I have a better picture? Let's look at the back. That'll be easier. So you have 1, 2, 3 wedding cakes, if you will, and the hearts will be attached. Here, you're going to have a little bow that's not attached. You have 1, 2, 3 little bow, 4 little bows. Then, do you see this when you die cut this? This little top piece is purposely going to stay stuck to the paper. You're going to have to cut it out with scissors. And I did that because I wanted you to have the chance to make the top of this cake stand as tall as you want. Then you have a large muffin and a small muffin, and it will cut out twice with the top and the bottom. Then here, if you wanted to make this an ice cream shop instead, I thought, or this could be some kind of tart. You know, you could do a tart, you could do a pie shop is what I'm trying to say. Because you could say this is a tart, those, and you have a pie and apples. So it doesn't have to just be a bakery. It literally could be a pie shop also. Then you have 2 cupcakes. And then this is kind of like an ice cream sandwich, if you will. Whatever you want it to be. I just thought it was fun to put something puffy on top of it, and it will die cut with those cute little holes. Then here you have a smaller birthday cake. These could be slices of cake, okay? Or they could be sandwiches. So they could be slices of cake if you wanted to, or they could be sandwiches. Or what else could they be? I bet we could think of something else while we're sitting here. Then you have 2 cake stands. Now you see why there's 50 dies in here. I know. So this is, I'm proud of this one too. This one came out really nice. I'm excited to take the shiplap and stick it behind each piece. And then this right here is meant to be vents, right? To put right there. And I think I'm going to use these, put them hot pink. And so that way I have brown wood. And then these I'll do in hot pink. Just have like an amazing different variety, contrast of color. Okay. One more thing for tonight, guys, because I don't want to keep you too long. Let me show you this card, though. Look at this, baby. I didn't get to, and I'll show you this one again tonight. Look at, you thought they were doilies? Yeah. I just kind of wanted something that made it look like, I don't know, they could be sandwiches, or it could be a slice of cake. I don't know. I just wanted something to put on top, like if you wanted to put this with 1 slice of cake on top of the table, because you don't want to block everything when you put your table down. That's why I thought a sandwich would be nice. So you can make it a sandwich shop. So right here's another one of Brenda's cards, and we have some amazing products I'm going to show you again tomorrow. And this right here is a beautiful example of Animal Crackers, A Little Note. How about that? Animal Crackers is a very popular line that we have, and they're just so fun because they're so clean. And do you see how nice do you see how nice he looks with that black filled in? Even though technically it should be brown, it doesn't matter. Same thing with his eye. It's a nice crisp black. I just like that. I think that's a nice feature. The same thing with eyes. I like it black. I like the way it just makes it pop. You know, not everybody's good at coloring black, right? So this stamp set, this one right here, the Lick the Bowl. And then there's another one also that we released in November also. And it was called Mama's Thoughts. And it has a lot of things about baking, not really baking, but just that kind of things that go along the same traditional route. I am excited to see what we can do with this for Easter. I don't know, I love Easter colors. And let me give you a little sneak peek. This Matt, well, I picked out the colors. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. I picked out the colors, but Matt made these for me. So this is called Soft Pastel, and you have a pink, a purple, and a beautiful spring green. This on these cookies, would be phenomenal. It doesn't have to just be red and, things like that. All right, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. And this is called Paper Glazed Velvet Soft Pastel Sampler Set. All right, guys, let me show you her cards one more time to make sure. Oh, don't forget, guess what we have? Yes, ma'am. look at this. We have our new white pouncers, and we'll talk about, yes, all of our paper glaze and mixed media product we're going to talk about tomorrow, because this I would keep you guys on here way too long. So our new white mini pint-sized paper pouncers are in, but I wanted to show you guys something. Look at this. This I got at Hobby Lobby. Actually, they were 40% off, $3.99. And it says spring. So I just bought these a couple of weeks ago, and I think I bought like 12 of them. Then this is something I got at the dollar store. And they come in a pack of 5 or 6. 2 of them fit perfectly in here. Look at that. And then I have 2 of each of the pouncers. So I have 2 blues, 2 greens. So you can have 1 oxide, 1 for dye, 1 for oxide, 1 for dye, 1 for oxide, 1 for dye. And then the beautiful 3 white fit in here, gorgeous. So isn't that cute? So this, where I have a video annex, this is the little room off my studio where I do my videos. So this is what I'm keeping in here in my little video annex. That way, whenever I'm working on something, I have them all nice and organized, and it can just stay right there in front of me, and I can grab it and pull out what I want. Now, we do have stickers already for our full-size paper pouncers, and they are available in pigment, a P for pigment, a D for dye, and OX, I think, for, I think I remember these things. So they look like this. This is our regular size paper pouncers. So I wanted to show you, because somebody was asking me, look at the difference. So when you look at the difference, yes, they're very much different. And somebody told me they're half the size. They're less than half. They're less than half. They're smaller than that. So let me show you. So, and of course it's dirty. So this is the regular size. See, it's less than half. Less than half. They're very tiny, but look how nice they fit in a woman's hand. And you know, when we developed these, the pint-sized ones, we had our own mold made. So I got to decide whatever I wanted. Okay. I was like, okay, because my husband kept saying, Nicole, I think these are just too tiny. And I was like, dude, you're not a woman. These are made for our hands. Our hands are smaller, right? So I can hold on to this and have no problem whatsoever doing pouncing. Where here, same thing, you can pounce on it. But we do have stickers already for the full-size pouncers that you can only buy on our website. Just because we're a small company, we're not able to sell them to our retailers. But we have them for dye, oxide, and pigment. Now, that's because you should not put, you should not mix your ink types. It's not that I want you to buy 2 sets, but if you put your oxide ink into your dye ink pad or your pigment ink into your dye ink pad, you will ruin all of your ink pads. You're not going to mess up the paper. Well, you might mess up the, no, actually you won't mess up the paper pouncer. You can cross-contaminate your paper pouncer. It's not going to hurt it. But you will destroy your ink pads. And I don't know about you, but ink pads cost a lot of money, and I prefer not to destroy them and just be a little bit more careful. So right here, you can see one is very much smaller than the other one. Isn't that cute? And they're so squishy. So the white ones, they go back in their little pods. That's what these are called, pods. They're little cases. So the white ones, I know a lot of people are confused. Well, some people bought all white, and they made one white for every one of their colors. And that, you know, they took Copic markers or something and colored the top of it. However, you know, what I use my white ones for, I have, well, we have, like Catherine Pooler just came out with 3 new pigment inks. So I have one that I made for gold, one for champagne, and then one for silver. And I printed out the word gold, silver, and champagne and put them on the little white ones. So that way I know that these 3 white ones, I'm using them for pigment ink, or silver, champagne, and gold pigment ink, right? Also, embossing powder, embossing ink works amazing. So you can use one, you can just put an E right there for your embossing, or maybe write an E on the bottom or something. So embossing ink, sorry. Then you could use another one for, oh, I forgot. Oh, white pigment ink. White pigment ink. So if you wanted your white pigment ink, you can have it there, or you could use all of them. This one also, you could use this one for techniques. You know, like I know Hero Arts has, what do they call it? Wax. You know, you could use literally one of these that for waxing. I mean, you wouldn't never put it in anything else, but why not? Why, if you use a lot of that wax or any kind of product and that's not going to make it hard, why not use one for, and just make sure you mark it and you don't put it in your ink pads. So Sean, these are called paper pouncers, and they are meant to be used with die cuts. And hi, Mindy. They are used with die cuts as well as stencils. So they make life a whole lot easier. Now, I am the original of life-changing blending brushes. So these do not take the place of your blending brushes, okay? Absolutely not. We're the ones who created blending brushes. We were the very first company. So I would never want to replace our blending brushes. These are, you can blend with them, okay? You can get away with colors that are right next to each other in the color wheel with blending. But really, these are meant to be pouncers. I'm going to use the back of the sheet paper. They're meant to be pouncers. And as you can see, look, this has been sitting in here probably for months and months and months. And even though it looks like it's completely saturated with ink, they barely have anything on it. So they're really meant, do pouncers come uninked? Yes, uninked. You choose whatever ink you want. So like this purple, I will use it with every purple color that I own. All of them that are my dye ink. So all my dye inks that are purple, you just need one. And you can see there's not hardly any ink left on it. It doesn't even really get on your pod, the bottom of your pod either. All right, so that we can talk about tomorrow because it's already been 45 minutes, guys, and I just wanted to get on here and show you some of the new products, but come back tomorrow because I'm telling you, you're gonna die when you see some of these brand new mixed media products that Matt and I worked on together, and it's amazing. It's awesome to work with your husband because you can, you feed off each other and you know each other's language, right? And when Matt and I work together, we come up with some amazing things. So thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping by. It'll be here tomorrow, same place, 6 o'clock, both on Facebook and YouTube. There you go, guys. We'll see you soon. Have a great day. Oh, shop the bundles. Save yourself some money. Go and look at the bundles before you buy every individual thing. And you want to definitely make sure you give yourself that 10%. Also, free shipping on $60 or more. Hi, Trudy. It is nice to see you. Hi, Carol. All right, guys. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Brenda. Thank you to all my lovely design team members. Hello, Larissa, that showed up to support us. I really appreciate you guys. And congratulations to all of our amazing new design team members. We now have 4 different teams, and they are all bringing something extra special to Picket Fit Studios that we've never had before. So I'm super excited. Jen and Brenda did a fabulous job of working on that, sparing me a whole bunch of stress. So make sure you guys tell Brenda and Jen a big thank you because they worked really hard to create these 4 teams. And Jen even worked on it when she was in the hospital, recovering from a stem cell transplant. That girl, I don't know what to say. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.